All right, so getting fired and starting my own business was pretty much the best thing that happened to me in my life. So this is the new year, new you. Best time to start a business is right now. Let's get into it. All right, new year, new you. Best time to start a business is right now, today. You don't have to go full tilt in it. You can just start the business, get your EIN, and then just moonlight, do weekends, be a weekend warrior if you want to. But I'm going to show you guys how I did it, tell you guys exactly what I did, and all the mistakes that I made in this video series. So let's get into it. So first thing you want to do, get online. I'll link in the description. You're going to get yourself an EIN. That's an employer ID number or identification number, whatever you want to call it. It's so the government can tax you on your money you've earned. You want to do that first. Get your insurance right after that. Same settings. You're just in the front of the computer on your phone. Do the exact same thing. Get insurance. Super cheap because most customers don't care about anything but that you're insured in case something happens. You know, they have somebody to fall back to and pay for your mistakes kind of thing. So get insurance. Get your EIN. You get it actually same. Like they'll email it to you like right then and there. So it's not a big deal. Want to stay legal, so obviously make sure you're legal for whatever state or country you're in. Don't break the law for any reasons, and have the appropriate licensing if you need it for whatever state you're in. So that's my spiel on that. You want to pick a business name. I would recommend not naming it after yourself. Name it after something else. You know, something you can easily, you're going to be writing it and saying it all the time. So something that's easy, not named after yourself, because it's just good practice not to do that. And then after you find your name, you're going to want to get a second phone number for the business. That's my mistake. I made that mistake. Even to this day, I still have people call me on my regular phone, and I still, I don't follow that too much, but get yourself a second phone number for your business and keep it that way. Keep it separate because you don't want people calling you all hours of the night on your personal phone, etc., etc. So get yourself a second Google number, second cell phone, whatever it is. They're super cheap. Just stick with that one, and that's what you're going to be putting on your Your next one is going to be your Facebook page and your Google page. They're all free. This is pretty much all free except for insurance, and I think they charge you a little bit for EIN, but that's basically it. I mean, this is all free. Facebook page is free. Google page is free. And then post, if you have pictures of work that you've already done in the past from whatever, yourself, your grandma, your cousins, your brothers, whatever, just get social proof on social media. That way people can see it and know that you actually are in business and have done stuff that they want done. So post that. No better time to start than yesterday. So today is the best you can do, right? So do it today. And then once you have all this, you can still do your day job. Like obviously you don't have to tell anybody that you're doing this yet. You can still work and collect your day job that you probably don't like doing and you want to do this more. And you can do this on nights and weekends if you want to. But I would recommend setting this up first. You can always, and once it's set up and you have a trail of pictures on the internet that people have done, it'll help. It absolutely helps 150%. So you've already set up your Google page, you have your phone number, you have your business name and everything. You want to price your work. And I'm going to get into pricing here. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Yeah, it doesn't fit for everything. But what I would recommend is if you have a business and you're serious about it, you just don't want to be a chuck in the truck and just do a weekend warrior and you want it to support your livelihood, you're going to take all your bills that you have for your entire month, everything, whatever you want your business to support, your mortgage, your rent, your car, your insurance, food, whatever it is, put it in and add it all up into like a one big lump sum of money. And then you're going to divide it by how many days you want to work in a month. So if you want to work 19, 22, if you want to work 6 days a week, if you want to work 5 days a week, you want to work less, divide it by how many days in a month you want to work. That's your day rate. That's how much money it costs you to be in business. And that's not even making money. That's just the amount of money you have to bring in, or else you're gonna go bankrupt. You're putting everything on credit cards. You're not making. You might as well just go work for somebody else. That's the amount of money you need to just to survive at a bare minimum. That number is for the day. I would say I recommend not doubling it. I would triple it, if not quadruple that number. Triple it as what I did. I tripled it. That was significant for me. That was enough for me as well to put money away and have what I need to pay all my bills and all that kind of stuff, because you want to triple it, if not quadruple it, because you're going to be paying taxes off of that number. You're going to be paying all your bills off of that number, and then everything else is going to come out of that as well. Net profit, gross profit, everything's going to come off that number. So triple it or quadruple that number. We'll call it, say, $250 was that minimum day rate. So I would triple it to $750 for that day. That's how much money you need to make in a day to survive, thrive, and then grow your business. So that $750 is on top of any materials you need to buy for any job site. So that's a day rate. So I would recommend, if you have a day and you want to work 8 hours, you're probably only going to get about 6 hours of actual production, or even less of actual productivity in a day, because you're going to be running to Home Depot, Lowe's, all the places to find everything. Non-billable time, unless you want to bill it, but that is always wasted. 8 hour a day. If I'm 8 hours, I don't ever get 8 hours of actual productive work, because I got to get to places, I got to do stuff. People call me all the time, stuff like that. So you want to divide that $750, if you will, by say 6, 8, whatever you want to as far as productivity, and that's your hourly rate that you're going to charge for services. And that's not the hourly rate you're going to tell customers. That's just what you need to know. So if you think something's going to take you 2 hours and you're just going to have 2 hours, your hourly rate times 2, that's your price for that. But you also have to consider overhead, getting to the job site, etc. That's where job minimums come in. I don't ever recommend people do hourly rates for customers unless you have dictated and mandated by the state, like if you're in California or someplace, because of legally issues, or I forget what they have, some sort of weird handyman laws there, or stuff like that. So for me, it's piece rate work. Piece rate is I give a price to a job and the customer agrees on it. I get that amount of money for that job, regardless if it takes me half the time that I quoted or even more time than I quoted. That's piece rate. So that's where I stand, because I can usually be more efficient. That's where all my cordless tools come in. I can be more efficient. I can get that job done, and I make more than my rate based off of that job, because I can get the job done in an efficient manner. So a TV, what does it take to hang a 45 inch or 42 inch or 50 inch TV? Probably 15 minutes, if that. So, but my rate, I would have probably a 1 or 2 hour minimum, because of acquiring that customer, getting to the job site, setting everything up, making sure everything's good, clean up, prep work, all that stuff. You don't want to get anything dirty or anything like that. Mounting to make sure everything works, and then collecting payment, and then obviously going to the next job or going back home. So always have a minimum. I would have, if you guys do service work, based work, I would have a trip charge. I would probably charge no less than $100, if maybe even $125 for a trip charge. If somebody has a leaky faucet, their toilet runs, they need their wax ring replaced, have a minimum for that. So if I go there and it's only 5 minutes, I still get that minimum $125, because it's going to cover my time, cover my fuel, all that kind of stuff. So, and obviously after a certain amount of time, you can say, all right, Mr. or Mrs. Customer, this also is broken, this is broken, this is broken, this is the price to do this work, including my trip charge or excluding my trip charge, etc. However you want to price it. So that is only, you're going to need to know how long it takes you to do certain services, because you've already done those services in the past as experience. So you know how long it takes to do a toilet, you know how long it takes to hang a TV, you know how long it takes to do a fence post, stuff like that. We're talking small handyman stuff here. So that's your pricing. That's how I priced everything out. That's how I knew I needed $750. Now it's gone up to about $1,000 a day now, but that's how I knew I needed to make $750 a day working. So if something takes you all day, so if a customer asks you about, hey, I need 5 TVs hung, I need this done, and like a bunch of stuff, and it's going to be done in a day, your price is not going to be anything less than $750 plus materials. It doesn't matter if the customer's like, can you do 600? No, you can't do 600. You literally cannot do 600, because you can't afford to give discounts. Don't give discounts, only adjust scope of work. So if a customer's like, hey, all I have is $600 for all this stuff, you're like, all right, well, we don't need to mount all those TVs. We can do 2 of those TVs and do the rest of this, or we can do all the TVs and not do those fence posts you want done. There's certain things you can adjust. Don't adjust your pricing and negotiate your pricing. Only adjust the scope of work you're doing. Period. So obviously I'm not talking to the truck in the trucks or the guys that just want to do this on, sporadically just to get the extra money for whatever they need to. This is a person who is wanting to start a business, who wants to actually thrive in business, and this is going to be their career and why they wake up in the morning to do. So absolutely. Next thing you're going to want to do, or even if you already have done it, after you've done your pricing and you got all your stuff, you're going to tell everybody that you're in business. Tell everybody you're in business. Hey, my name's Joe. I'm a new handyman. I run this handyman service. You tell everybody, friends, family, everybody. So everybody's going to want to, you're going to get those small jobs up front. Oh, you do this? Cool. You can let them know, but you want to get small work. Small work's great getting reviews, and I'll get that to in a second here. But small work's great for getting reviews and just getting, getting face to face with customers, stuff like that. So you want to tell everybody you know that you're in business because you want to get the word out. Again, Facebook, you can actually put money into Facebook to get your name and your numbers and stuff out there. People will hire you. You can get in with, property management companies. That can be lucrative. It cannot be. So just, keep that in mind. That's going to be another video down there. I think it's like the 4th video in this series. But there's things you can do to get your name out there and get your business, up and running and just get people calling you and get that phone ringing, right? So I would start out with performing work that you're comfortable with. So if you're into the, I was into the direct TV side of it. So I like doing hanging TVs, Cat 6, Cat 5, telephones, stuff like that. That's what I started. Like, hey, I can hang your TV, then I can, build that wall for you. And then you build the wall. Can you build a bathroom? Can you build basement, et cetera, et cetera. So, like 16 on center is not rocket science, but it does take a little bit and take some tools, right? So that's how I got into it. And for you should just start with stuff that you're comfortable with and then branch out as you want to and as you feel comfortable with additional services that also provide lucrative work. I would definitely start small and then grow yourself. And then, I would say, learn to say no to customers. If you're not comfortable with something, hey, that's not something I do, or hey, I don't know, but I can find out, kind of thing. And I've not known how to do things, and the customer asks me, I'm like, sure, I'll figure it out. Like that's kind of sometimes it's fun to do in that way. It took me probably the first 6 hours to do 8 linear feet of crown when I first did it, but I got it done. It was actually pretty good, but it took me freaking forever, and I went through 7 or 8 times as much material as I needed to, 100 times back to the miter saw, but I figured it out. I figured it out. So next thing I would recommend is under promise and over deliver. Definitely, you want to never give customers an exact time when you're going to be somewhere or when it's going to be done. Just give time frames. I'll be there between 8 and 9:30. I'll be there between 11 and 1. Whatever it is, over communicate. Always text or call a customer. Never assume. Never let them assume when you're going to be there. You always have an exact time frame. And then if you're going to be there, if you're en route, just send them a text or call them. Hey, I'm en route. Over communicate, but under promise and over deliver. If it's a job's going to take, you think a job's going to take you 2 or 3 hours, you just, that's when you think it's going to take you, tell them 5 to 6, or 4 to 5, just give yourself that leeway because you don't want to set a precedence that you don't know what you're doing. Plus also, if you have to correct yourself all the time in front of a customer, they're not going to trust you as much. So last one I'll do for this video is when you're doing work for customers, ask for reviews. Get a review before you leave the job site. When you're about done, hey, no problem, Mr. Customer. Hey, here, I'm gonna send you the link to my Facebook page. Can you do a quick 5-star review? Well-worded review real quick. I'm gonna wrap this up here, and then we'll get on our way out of here. We'll collect payment and everything. Just remind them a couple times if you need to, but try not to leave a job site without getting a review, especially on small work, because it's immensely more hard getting a review after you're off a job site because you're not in front of them. And as long as they're happy with the work, obviously, but you're not going to get them all. But try to ask for the reviews while you're on the job site because the reviews drive small businesses. They are absolutely the lifeblood. Besides money, reviews really help small businesses, especially handyman businesses. I've gotten work just because I've had reviews. Like you're the top rated, handyman in the area, or you had the most reviews, so we want to go with you, kind of thing. So it helps. So get reviews, Google and Facebook. I would highly recommend probably staying away from Yelp. I don't recommend Yelp. I know some handymen out there do like it. For me, for what I've seen in other businesses, it's not worth it. They do not have a great reputation as far as small businesses and charging small businesses to get rid of bad reviews, stuff like that. So we'll wrap that video up right here. Next video will come out. We'll try to do this probably once or twice a month, you guys, so you guys can get your business started and learn from my mistakes. I'll throw out some more mistakes that I've made throughout this video series because everybody likes hearing about my mistakes. For some reason, it gets the views for sure. So like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.